Hi everyone, I'm Evangelina. I am here to give you some selfie help. I made a bunch of notes because I'm not a video person, so this is kind of a new thing for me too. Um, so we are going to talk about how to take good photos and why those are important. For our business, photos are how we display the product. Whether we're using someone else's picture, the models that Unique has chosen, or whether we are using our own, which is very important because our friends want to see that we love the products and that they really work on somebody that we know. So it is important that you're putting the products on your own face and taking good quality images to display those to your own customers and your own friends and family. I get a lot of sales because of my selfies, and a lot of people use my selfies because it helps them to get sales, but it's very important that you're posting your own also. Quality is definitely a big deal. If you're taking poor quality images, then it's not going to show the product very well. It's going to be real grainy or shadowed, and it's just not going to show, defined, beautiful lashes, or it's not going to show the pigments in their true colors, or any other product for that matter. So I have a bunch of notes laid out in front of me, and we are going to kind of go over what is important in taking a good quality image. So first of all is lighting. Lighting is huge. Like this right here, this is bad lighting. This is a bad quality video. I'm using the front facing camera too, which is also bad. So as far as lighting, no direct sun. If you are inside your house, look for a window with filtered light, like through a sheer curtain, or where the sun is above your house during the day and it's not shining directly into the window. The problem with direct sun is that it kind of blows things out, and by that I mean that it whites everything out in the highlighted parts of your face. It also causes a lot of shadows. If the sun is hitting from one side or the other, or above or below your face, it's going to cause all kinds of shadowing under your nose and your eyes, and it just doesn't look good. So no direct sun, no overhead or uneven side light, or if you're outside, you want, like, overcast days are amazing. As a photographer, I love overcast days because if it's all the way cloudy, it's perfect filtered light. It's exactly what I want. So full shade. If you don't have an overcast day, find full shade. Full shade is not tree shade. If you haven't noticed, when you're standing under a tree, you end up with these weird speckles all over you when you take a picture because the light is coming through the leaves. So look for full shade under a building or something if you're outside and you're trying to take a good picture. No lamplight. Lamplight does terrible things. It's this yellow kind of weird, it distorts images and colors in a bad way. So no lamplight, no bathroom pictures. Get out of the bathroom. It's not good. So you don't want that. It doesn't give truth to what is on your face, and it makes things really grainy. As for the camera itself, if you don't have a high quality digital camera, that's totally fine. All of my selfies come from my cell phone. I have a Samsung Galaxy S5 phone, and they all come from my phone. I don't pull out my professional digital camera for my pictures. I don't have time to sit there and do all of that. So this is my phone, and when I talk about camera quality, the rear facing camera is the camera that you want to use. So that's this one back here. So when you're taking the picture, you cannot see yourself. A lot of people, they're holding the phone like this, and they want to see the selfie before they take the picture. So they want to know that, what they look like. This front-facing camera is actually not nearly as good of a quality as the back. So you're going to end up with a lot more grainy, just not good image. So I've posted example pictures of that in the past. I'll try to find it and post it in this thread. It's an example of what it looks like to take images in a bathroom, lamplight with a front-facing camera, versus what it looks like to take an image with natural filtered light at a window, for example, with the rear-facing camera, and the quality is unmatched, completely different. So yes, that makes it harder. Even I have to take a whole bunch of pictures to get one that comes out right, because you can't see yourself. You're over here going, click, 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 and you can't see what you're doing until you look. That's okay. You'll figure out in time that, what angles work the best for you and, for your features, and then it won't be as many. Like for me now, I might take 5 or 10 pictures to get one that I really like, when years ago it was, 100. So rear-facing camera, angles. I have a lot of people that are like, oh, I can't get good pictures of my lashes. I tried, I get all the way up here, and don't get in your face. Don't be, up the nose like this or real close. You don't need that. I don't take pictures super up close. I actually take them from arm's length, and it's of my entire face. You can see my shoulders, you can see my arm, everything, and then I crop it down to my face when I'm trying to display products, because this is where the products are. I don't need all of this being a distraction in the photo. And if you're using your rear-facing camera, like I said, the quality is such that when you crop it down, it's still going to be a high-quality image, and it's not going to pixelate out like it would if you were cropping down a front-facing photo. Pay attention to your backgrounds also. A lot of people don't always do that. So, like, for example, bathroom picture. Nobody wants to see your toilet or messy sink or clothes stacked all over your bed or shoes all over your floor, dirty carpet, stuff like that. So find a neutral background. I tend to position myself by a wall, or if it's a well-lit filtered window, a lot of times that will cause the background behind me to become dark. And additionally, I use apps to blur out anything in the background that I don't need people to see. You don't want to take away from what you're trying to display, which is the product on your face. So don't take pictures up your nose. Don't try to get right in your face where you don't need that close. The only time that I do it that close to my face is if I'm focusing specifically on one eye, like if I'm showing just the look on an eye, and then I will do it right by my face, and I'll find still good light, and I'll make sure that I take multiple pictures to make sure that it's focused well. Another thing people don't know is, for some phones, the way that a phone camera works is different than a regular camera, and even a regular camera, depending on the lens that you have, everything is going to look very, very different. So depending on the way that you hold your phone when you're taking the picture, the image will look different. So if you're holding it straight up like this and you take your picture, it's going to look one way. If you tip your phone like this and you take your picture, it's going to look different. A lot of my pictures, I tip my phone sideways, and when I hold it out here and I take the picture, it's this whole part of my body, and I crop it down, and it changes the way that your features appear when the camera captures them. So find which one looks the best to you. And whatever image you get, you're going to crop it down anyway, so it doesn't matter if you have a lot of shoulder and stuff that doesn't belong. Filters are a thing. Obviously everybody's putting all kinds of filters on all of their pictures, and that's great as long as you're not using a filter that distorts the natural look of the product, your skin, all of that. The app that I use is called Aviary. It is available for both iPhones and Androids, so anybody should be able to get it. It's owned by Adobe, which is familiar to me because I work with Photoshop as a photographer. It has a lot of features, and of course I have all of them, but I don't use all of them. I use only the ones that naturally boost contrast, lighting. I don't do, like it's enhancements basically. For an example, I have a photo here that I pulled up to show you the difference between the original Selfie and how it turned out after I put it through aviary and cropped it down. And so as you can see, the top image is not much different than the bottom. The only difference is that I put a filter on it that naturally lightens the skin tone, and it doesn't change the picture itself. We're not photoshopping, we're not, shaving off 50 pounds and trying to look like a different person. We're trying to still show the quality of the products and keep their colors true to what they really are. So find a natural filter if you're going to use a filter. Contrast and lighting and stuff like that is all you're really trying to focus on. So yes, aviary. I do use Instagram filters on occasion, but there's only a couple of them that I might use because a lot of them distort things too much. I do like that they've added a bunch of detailed settings now, so those are what I play with more than anything if I'm using Instagram, because I can adjust exactly what I'm trying to adjust instead of the entire image. So every image is going to be different depending on the lighting that you use. You're not going to be using the same filter for every single photo, so don't get a favorite because it's not going to work. I'm going to give you guys a task, I guess, and if you have questions, obviously post them and I will do my best to answer them. I'm at the convention and I'm sorry that it took me this long to get this video. So I basically want you to take all of the tips that I have given you and take the best selfie that you can and post it, post it in the thread, and I will go through them later and give you tips that I think might improve them, and we'll work on, getting you to be able to take your best possible photo. So I guess, I'm supposed to give you a time frame here. I guess sometime in the next day or two, try to get your selfie posted in the thread, and feel free to tag me if you have questions, or I'll check in on the thread periodically between the events here and look at your pictures. And I hope that I was of some help to you. Good luck, and I look forward to seeing your pictures. Have a good one.